John and Jesus meet. News of John spread across Palestine. Since Jesus had spoken well of John in his message, many of the people in Capernaum had been baptized, including Zebedee's sons, John and James. These two brothers went to see John once a week, and they kept Jesus up to date on his activities. Jesus' brothers, Jude and James, had wanted to be baptized, but they thought it best to first ask Jesus what they should do. They did so on Saturday, January 12th, AD 26. Jesus did not answer them right away, saying that first he wanted to sleep on it. They all agreed to meet the next day at the boat shop for lunch, and Jesus said he would give them an answer then. That night, Jesus slept little, instead talking with his thought adjuster. The next day, his brothers arrived at the boat shop early and waited out in the wood shop for Jesus to take his lunch break. Shortly before noon, Jesus, who was at his bench inside, put down his tools, took off his work apron, and told the other three workers in the room that my hour has come. He then went outside to where Jude and James were waiting and told them the same thing, adding, "Let's go see John." They left immediately, and the three ate the lunch that Jude and James had brought as they walked down the road. When the three arrived at the Jordan River, John was in the water baptizing one person after the other from a long line of believers that stretched off into the country. It was not until John looked up and saw Jesus standing in front of him that he knew that they were there. John greeted Jesus and his brothers, and then he asked Jesus why he had come down in the water to meet him. Jesus replied that he was there to be baptized. When John heard this, he said that it was he who needed to be baptized by Jesus, asking, "Why do you come to me?" And then Jesus leaned over and whispered to John, "Bear with me now, for it becomes us to set this example for my brothers standing here with me, and that the people may know that my hour has come." John, who was now trembling with emotion, did as he was told by the Creator of our universe and baptized Jesus and his two brothers at noon on Monday, January 14th, AD 26. After baptizing the three, John told the other people in line that he was done for the day, but that he would start baptizing again the next day at noon. As the people started to leave, John, Jesus, Jude, and James, who were all still in the water, heard a strange sound as a spirit presence appeared above Jesus' head. And then the four of them heard, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased." Immediately, a great change came over Jesus. Without saying a word, he got out of the water and started walking toward the hills far off to the east. And no one saw him again for 40 days. John spoke to Jesus as he was walking away, but Jesus would not reply. Before giving up, John told Jesus, "Now I know of a certainty that you are the deliverer."